Hi, hello, and welcome to episode 17 of the Knitting Esquire, a YouTube channel all about my knitting and crafting adventures. I have a little bit to update you on. I had hoped to have more. The hurricane had different plans, so that ate up a lot of time last week. But I still plan to update you on a finished object, some works in progress. I actually have no procurements this week. A little bit of less time in between, and I'm just waiting for the stuff that I have ordered to arrive. So hopefully I will have some fun goodies to share with you next episode. Um, but for now, I think we can just go ahead and dive right in. My name is Candace. You can find me over on Instagram as Candace Sue ESQ Knits and over on Ravelry as the Knitting ESQ. I will have all of the project information that I talk about today listed below in the description box, along with links to all of the Ravelry pages for my projects. And I will also highlight any makers and dyers, all of the yarn fibery goodness in the description box down below. So now that we have some administrative stuff out of the way, let's scoot on over to my finished objects. I did not think that I was going to get this done. I have been so um, occupied with one particular project that I have not been able to take my attention away from it. So I am very excited to say that I finally have a pair of completed socks for the month of October. I was beginning to wonder whether or not I would really have anything done. So, um, these are my Harvest Haunts vanilla socks, and the yarn is by Mama Jess Knits. And the sock pattern is by the Crazy Sock Lady, just her standard vanilla socks. I've talked about these on maybe the last two episodes that I've shared. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why it took me so long, but um yeah, for some reason I lost a little bit of sock mojo. I think I hit my 24 and 2024 goal, and then it just kind of went downhill from there. So hopefully I will regain that, and I'll go over my projects. But um this yarn is absolutely beautiful and amazing. And this pair of socks I cannot wait to wear. Um, we booked a trip to Michigan for Thanksgiving, and this just looks like the most perfect pair of socks for Thanksgiving dinner. And so that's what I think I'll be bringing with me. Um, this is the mini. It is Lucky Penny is the colorway there. And again, the full skein here is called Harvest Haunts. It is on her sock base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon base. I did the standard 56 stitches, 20 rows for the cuff, 2x2 rib, standard heel flap and gusset, the slipped heel there, and the rounded toe at the end, all with the minis, and then just the main color for the rest of the sock. I really love how the increases in, or well, not increases, but the decreases in the gusset are like very prominent with this colorway. And I think that even in the mini here, I can get you a nice close up. Like the stitch definition with the pearl bumps and the ribbing in there is just phenomenal. I love it so much. And yes, I am just thrilled with the way that these came out. So that is my finished object for this episode. Um, yeah, I started these on September 26th and finished them on October 14th. So a little bit longer than normal. And this made pair number 27 for 24 in 2024. And I knit these on a US 1, my Addy Turbo Rocket 9-inch circulars. So yay for a finished object. I'm happy to have one. I will definitely have at least one more for the month of October because, as I explained last episode, I am going through and doing the Monsters Inc. Daily Halloween countdown, 31 days to Halloween countdown by Fangirl Fibers, and I am knitting a pair of socks. And so I will show you my progress on those next. Um, so I will at least have one more pair of socks for this month. Now, that doesn't mean I haven't been productive. It's just a different type of productive. So why don't we go ahead and scoot on in to my works in progress. I will just kick it off with the beautiful Monsters Inc. socks. And they are being housed in this little cute drawstring bag that came with the kit. It is absolutely adorable. And these are just making me so happy to open up every day. I am all the way through, and if you follow me on Instagram, you will see my daily progress. I have been posting not only in like the 24-hour feed, but also in just the standard posts. So you can go back and see all of the days thus far. Um, my progress on these. So I am all the way through the heel flap, and I just picked up the gusset and now I'm going through the gusset decreases. So this is the progression of the Monsters Inc. socks. And they are just adorably cute. And I mean, you have Sully and Boo all up in here. It's like you have Boo's door and maybe a little bit of Carl in the purple. And then you get all the way down and into the Mike Wazowski colors. And it's just so much fun. The latest color I opened has like a great combination of all the purple and greens together. And 1 bajillion ends that I'm going to have to eventually clean up. We'll get there when we get there though. So, they also came, this 31-day advent came with the cutest little stitch markers. I think I might have shared them. I haven't changed them. So we have Boo right here. Come on. Yes, Boo. And then on my other one, I'm still working with Sully over here. It's so cute. Um, so I am doing the standard vanilla sock pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady. It's 56 stitches. I went ahead and did the 2x2 cuff with 20 rounds here. And then basically what I did is added up, you know, 20 rounds for the cuff. I definitely do 60 rounds for the leg. I do 50 rounds for after the gusset and before I start the toe. My toe is usually between 18 to 20 rounds, I think it takes to get through the decrease on the toe. And then I added up the 14 rows for the heel flap, 14 rows for the heel turn. And then I think I guesstimated it was like 18 to 20 rounds for the gusset decrease. So I just totaled that all up, divided it by 31, and basically it came to about 6.5, which means I needed to do 6.5 rows of each color to make it through all 31 colors for the month of October. So instead of getting halfway through a row and having to switch colors, for example, the cuff, I think I did, if I'm not mistaken, I must have done 7 and 7 for the first 2 rows or for the first 2 colors. And then I did 6 to get the 20. And then since the leg was an even number, 60 divided by 10 colors, which would be 6 rows of each color. So 10 colors in here, I used up that And so basically what I had figured out is I would need like a certain number of rounds with 6 and a certain number of rounds with 7 to get to the total number of stitches or of rows that it would take for finishing the sock. So I'm working through it. And at the end of the day, if I have to have like a few extra rows, it's not the end of the world. As you can see, the colors, they just blend really well anyway. So you would never be able to tell if I had a few extra rounds in there of each color um, to get the sock to fit. So that is what I have done. I've basically made my own striping socks and they are just bringing me absolutely so much joy every morning to get this far. I cannot wait to be able to wear these. They're just fun. And I've decided that I'm going to use the leftovers. I was tempted to do like a scrappy muscle burl with it because I just think that they would be fantastic. And I still think I can do this pair of socks, maybe another pair of socks for as a gift, and then use the rest for a muscle burrow hat, or maybe I will just use the leftovers and add them to my cozy memories blanket. And then if there should be leftover of that even after all of this, because 6 rounds per foot per sock is not that much. Um, I could still do a scrappy muscle girl with it, which would just be like beautiful, don't you think? I think so. Um, so I don't know if I want to do another pair of socks or a hat. What do you think? Should I do a pair of socks to give away as a gift, or do a hat out of it, or do both and see if I still have enough? I could probably do another pair of socks, a hat, and add to my cozy memories blanket. Okay, I need your input. Do I just do the hat and the blanket, or do I attempt to do the socks, the hat, and the blanket? Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. So I am getting close, right? It is the 16th. Today's Wednesday, October 16th. So we are halfway through the month, and I am halfway through the pair of socks, and I just can't wait. They're going to be so much fun to wear. So that is whip number 1. Um, my second whip is still, I think I showed these briefly. I cast them on for a movie. Truthfully, I took them to another movie last week, and as I was knitting, the yarn kept splitting. So my needle kept going in, and then I was like counting in the dark, feeling the rows and counting in the dark during a movie. And I was like, crap, I have 30 stitches in this section and I should only have 28. So I've had to do a little bit of maneuvering. Luckily, I decided to not use a mini skein on this, and I'm just using one color to make the pair of socks. And so I don't think you would ever really be able to tell that there's some areas where I had too many. But this is just another pair of vanilla socks, simple, lovely, um, in the round knitting for movies, and I hate the yarn. I I don't know, maybe I don't hate it. I like how it's a little, and I think I explained this last time. I like how it's a little bit rustic, but not like too rustic and woolly. I think they will be warm and probably a great pair of Thanksgiving socks. I think I'm going to give these ones away. I think these will be a gift. Um, Probably for my sister. I haven't decided yet. They just kind of remind me of her and just kind of scream like a pink and brown and orange Thanksgiving. Um, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. I just am not loving that the yarn splits as easily as it does. So it takes a little bit more time because I'm not able to just go, go, go. Even when I'm not in a movie and I'm able to concentrate a little bit, I'm still, if I'm not watching carefully enough, I'm still splitting the stitches. So it's just like it's not plied together very well. Um, so I think that's my only complaint with the yarn, which so I guess I don't hate it, but that's my only issue with the yarn, is that I just don't like that my needles go into the middle of the plies too easily. Um, User error maybe, just not as much fun for me. Um, but again, standard vanilla socks on 9-inch circulars. This is my cute um little Debbie cake Christmas tree marker. This is by Charmed and Dangerous. So cute. Um, and this yarn is I said it last time, Gusto Wool, I believe. Yep, Gusto Wool. And this is their speckled sock, color 1106. And this is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. As I said last time, it does not feel like superwash. Superwash has that bounce and give and like kind of like a silky smoothness. Um, this is a little more grippy and rough. You can hear. Um, but definitely will be some like nice Michigan warm socks, but not too warm. Some fun boot socks. So that's why it made me think of my sister. So I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. So now I got to get these done before we go to Michigan. Not unattainable, but that's where I'm at. And this is all I have done. I think last time I was here. So clearly it's kind of like my secondary knitting. Um, Now that I finished the Harvest Haunts socks, this I will try and get out. And I need to cast on some more socks, which will be my next video. I had every intention last week of getting out my yarn winder comparison. That will be coming soon. I plan to work on that this weekend and get that posted, so I can make a decision on what I want to do. And so that wraps up project number 2. It is living in my Harry Potter bag that I've made. And the actual inside is really cute. It's got his little glasses in there and lightning bolts. Yeah, so that's fun. So those are my socks. Now, I did not think I was going to fall so far down the hole as I have with this Cozy Memories blanket. I don't know what has gotten into me, but I can't stop. I finish one color and I'm like, oh, I gotta go get another one. And it's not even the advent aspect of it because in this lovely little wicker basket over here is my little pony 31 days of July countdown yarn from Yarn Cafe Creations. So I'm just grabbing the next color and figuring out where to put it in this blanket. It's not even like the countdown or the unknown of what's coming next. I'm just loving the project in general. And so I, d- I think I already have in my head, like I'm going to grab one of my old advents and like add to this. I have a Gilmore's Girl one that I have scraps left over from. I have three, two or three Harry Potter ones. I think I have a Harry Potter one from Yarn Cafe Creations and Dragon Horde, their collaboration that I haven't even opened. I think it was the very first one that I got. Um, so I have like two or three of those plus the one that's coming this year that I can add to this. I also have leftovers. I have leftovers of um a Winnie the Pooh advent. I have a Where the Wild Things Are advent, and I have um why can't I think of the name of the book? I love the book so much. I can't think of what it is. It has To Kill a Mockingbird. There it is. As I know, all of my old advents are down in here. I also have a ton of mini sets. I have a Taylor Swift one. I have um a Charlotte's Web. I have, I don't know, A Wind in the Willows. I just have so many, and I have all of my owl minis. So, all of that to say, I have so many great colorways that I can add to this blanket, and it just is bringing me so much joy thinking about what I get to do. So, I think from here on out, because I completely did not mark where I stopped the last time I showed you, I think I may count how many I have, and that will be the basis of knowing like how big it's getting from episode to episode. Uh if you are interested in like me highlighting which ones I've done between episodes, let me know. And that's what I'll just start doing, is marking off which ones I've completed, and then I can just highlight them. Maybe that's what I'll do anyway, but if you think that would be a better method, if you're interested in that, also let me know down below. Otherwise, what I was just kind of intending is saying, okay, I've completed, 16 colors here. So then with the next time when I count, I can say, okay, I've got, I don't know, 23. So I added 7 colors, whatever. You let me know. So I started for certain with this project, and it is getting so big and beautiful down in this corner here where the stitch marker is. Since I feel like I didn't have as many as I certainly do now, but this is where we stand today, with how much I have done. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't realize the camera was being so weird. This is where we are at, and I've got this little weird guy hanging over here. But basically what I've been trying to do is I've noticed that there's quite a bit of blues in here, and so I'm just trying to make sure I'm able to keep them a little bit so they're not all the same color grouped together. But yeah, this is the progress that I've made so far. Once again, I'm in the middle of a square. So like I said, this project, just like working on it, flipping it over, working on it, and just watching it grow on my lap, it's bringing me so much cozy comfort. And that's what I've decided to focus my time on instead of what I should be working on, which is my Florida State Fair shawl. I have given myself a deadline on that simply because I'm just not finding the motivation, but I want to do it. Like I don't, it's one of those like in betweens where it's like I committed to it. I really want to do it, but I'm just not giving myself I'm not, it's not even myself. I'm just the project is not giving me motivation to get it done. Um, so I have decided that I will allow myself to work on my Cozy Memories blanket for the month of October, but starting November 1st, I need to give some monotony to the Florida State Fair shawl. And if I do that, I could hopefully get it knocked out relatively quickly, and then I can go back to knitting what I want to knit on. I also am trying to be mindful that starting in December, we do have Advent season. So I would like to have the shawl done by the end of November at the very latest. So that way I can focus on Advent knitting for the month of December. I apologize. I'm just realizing my camera is doing this zooming in and zooming out. Um, for some reason, if it wasn't on this setting, my phone was being like really grainy for recording. I don't know what was going on. I restarted everything. I don't know. I wanted to be able to sit down and record. Um, so I apologize in advance if that is bothering you. Um, so that is where I stand with my works in progress. Um, any thoughts? Maybe I just need to be like, okay, at least 30 minutes a day for the month of November. I have to work on that shawl, but I think I may need more than 30 minutes a day, cumulatively. So there may be some sections in there where I definitely need a little bit more time. I just don't know how much with the beading and as it grows, um, how long it's going to take me to get through a row. So, mm, help me find the willpower and motivation to get that project done. If worst, absolute worst came to worst, I can always submit my Stephen West shawl. It's beautiful. It will be just as perfect as the other one would be as well, but I I just need to do it. Just tell me. Say, get it done. Get it done, girl. Just do it. Um, just do it. When you put those timelines and deadlines on your like craft and your hobby, um, and it doesn't necessarily feel like a hobby, but just an add-on to the job that I already have. I That's what I've kind of done to myself at this point, I think. So I need to reset, refresh, regroup, and get excited about that project again. And because I was so excited, as you have witnessed, to get it started and going and picking up the yarn and all of the little pieces to it, um, somewhere inside of me that still lives. I know it does. So, um, we will get there. Right now, that is like kind of the pressure I've put on myself is to get that done by the end of November so that way we can go into December and have a great adventing season. Okay. That is my works in progress. Like I said earlier, this has been a light week, a light couple of weeks. Actually, to be honest, I think I grouped everything together and like bought at the same time. And then like what I had purchased, had quite a bit of pre-ordering to it. So, uh, I am anticipating that one day there's going to be like 40 boxes of yarn sitting on my doorstep, and my husband's going to give me that, like, what have you done look? And then I can say, but look, I ordered all of this during birthday week, and it's not my fault that it didn't come until now. That's what I'm telling myself is probably going to happen. So we'll get ready for that. But for now, I still have like all of this scrumptious stuff. There's some great Hocus Pocus yarn back there, some great Monster Mash yarn. Um, so I will get to that. Life stuff. This is going to be a shorter episode just because I did record like a week and a half ago, which is great for me, even though I promised I was going to record last week. The hurricane barreled on through. Luckily, I do live in the Central Florida region, and so by the time it had made landfall and gotten through where it landed, it lessened. I think it came through probably as a low category 2, a high category 1, strong category 1 hurricane. So the wind was going. It probably started around, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock with the wind. I slept really well. Ended up waking up at like 2:30 and I could hear the wind, but it didn't like in my head register that it was terrible. Like it felt like some of the other hurricanes we've endured. Um, I sounded worse outside. But when I woke up again at 4:30, it was very windy. It was getting worse. And I thought to myself, okay, the power is still on. Why don't I get up and make some coffee? Because with the way that the wind was whipping, I felt like the power was going to go out. No sooner did the coffee maker beep that it was done, the power went out. So I'm glad that I did not miss coffee on Thursday morning last week. So we were without power from around 5 in the morning until I think it was around 10 o'clock, maybe 10:30 on Thursday night. So kudos to not only our first responders that were out there responding to emergencies, but also to our linemen, our storm assessors, and the utility companies for like just the enormous amount of support and um, just active involvement in getting things done and repaired. So, um, I work for a electrical engineering firm. We work with utility companies across the United States. So I actually had groups of, not me personally, but our company had groups of guys out and gals out there doing storm assessments and working with the linemen to get all of the power restored. We actually still have crews out there working today. Um, so I'm just very, very thankful that, my family was safe. Um, my in-laws and my husband's sister, so my sister-in-law, everybody weathered the storm well, just some power, no real damage. We had limbs down, but those, were easily cleaned up. Um, so I'm eternally grateful for that. Um, I am sad on the West Coast got hit pretty hard and they still are working through. Some people just got power back yesterday. Some people still have no power. Um, the damage, some people have no homes to come back to. So my heart is with them um during this, and it's going to be, take some time to recover from all of that. So um that yeah, that sums up my week last week. I had intended to record on Friday, but after all of that, I still had to get back to work. I had to take some time off with no power, and uh, kind of focus on that. So I appreciate you bearing with me on that, and that's why this video is being made today, instead of last week. Uh, the kids were out of school since I think their last day was Tuesday last week, so they had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, and then this past Monday was already a planned teacher day, work day or whatever, because it was the end of the quarter, it was Columbus Day and teacher work day. So the kids had a nice extended vacation. Um, Luckily we have enough time built into our kids' school where they're not adding any extra days. Um, so they will be normal from here on out as long as no other storms come through. I haven't seen anything like threatening at this point in time, so thankful for that. Um, and super thankful that they're back in school. Uh, so we did a lot of golfing this past weekend, so I was thankful that we were still able to get out and do that. The boys' sports got canceled, and so we ended up getting to go out and do a couple rounds of 18 and just kind of relax and regroup for the week on Sunday. Um, Now we have to make up all of the sports, so our schedules are full. I have one at flag football tonight, and then we have makeup football games on Friday. Then we have games all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and makeup games throughout the week next week instead of practice. So that will be fun. However, we are leading up to next week, Wednesday. I get to go see the Book of Mormon. I'm so excited. I haven't seen that show yet. So I'm excited and looking forward to that. And then on Thursday, we drive down to Miami and we are going on a cruise. Um, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll be back Monday morning. So I'm looking forward to a little reprieve and time off with my family during that time. We are actually traveling to Haiti. Uh, so the portion that we're going to is a private island. They have deemed it safe. That was, blocked off for a while, but they started doing cruises back at the beginning of October. So we'll be okay. But I am very much looking forward to that trip and getting in some knitting time during that trip. So I probably will try and record. Oof. I will try and record before. I'm not promising anything before that trip, but if not, I'll record when we get back and wrap up the month of October. Um, so that was a lot. I think I have talked more than I intended to. Um, oh geez, I got you all the way up to 36 minutes already. Um, Okay, so I think that that's all that I have for this week. Thanks for coming along. Please let me know what your thoughts are on what I should do with my leftover Monsters ink yarn. Um, I would love to hear from you. And yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell to make sure you get notifications for when my podcasts do come out. I have not been very consistent, which is fine. As long as you ring that bell, you'll still get notifications. I'm trying to be better about it. Um, but I really do appreciate all of you and joining me on these little adventures. We are getting very, very close to 500 subscribers. I'm really looking forward to seeing that number pop over 500. I was thinking about doing a possible giveaway if we can get over that 500 subscriber mark. So encourage other people to come and check out and subscribe. Um, and I will catch you on the next episode. Have a great week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.